What's going on, Michael? All right, what's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? Welcome to fxpronow.com and welcome to my channel. My name is Philip Anglade. What we're going to be talking about right now is what we call This Week in the Markets. And when it comes to This Week in the Markets, what we do is we literally break down, how the markets work. Now, I'll put it to you like this. When I first got started trading, I really didn't know how to do anything. I had to learn. I had to learn from a mentor, and through that, now things are a little different. So what I stress to people is, hey, listen, you got to find a mentor. You got to find somebody that you be able to follow and stick to that person until. And what does until mean? Until you get it, until you're there. Right. So what I'm going to be doing right now is literally just doing what I do on a daily basis. Look for trades to get into, and if they are available, great. I'll go ahead and get in, and I'll let you know exactly what I'm looking at. And if there's nothing available, I'll let you know, hey, listen, there's nothing available. For the past 2 weeks, I've been on point, like literally everything. Even now, everything has been on point. And what I'm going to do is also show you how when things go a little further than I need them to be, what I also do. So there are times where you could be wrong, and that's okay. You just got to make sure that you thank you very much, brother. I appreciate your words. You have a long name, so I'm just going to say the end of it where it says dig. So thank you very much for your words, brother. So I'm going to show you how, like, even when you're wrong, like what you do essentially. And what you got to do is you just got to cut your losses, and you got to be okay with that. But that's why we use proper risk management. It's not like it killed my account or anything like that. And essentially, I wouldn't be surprised if I'm still actually right, but it just did something a little more than I needed it to for me to feel comfortable. I'm going to show you, how I like what I do with that, specifically on UJ and GJ, and we'll see how this goes. How you doing, Linda? All right, so let's go ahead and share our screen. Before we do that, all right, so the first one that we're going to be doing is EU. Let's go ahead and do this. All right, so what we're looking at right now is EURUSD, and when it comes to EURUSD, it's literally playing out exactly like what we thought it would have, right? Like literally, we called exactly what it's doing right now. It's just taking a little long to go ahead and actually play out everything that we mentioned from last week. So thank you very much for joining. This is fxpronow.com. All right, let's go ahead and take this one off. Just want to make sure we're in compliance. All right, so what we see here when it comes to the H4 time frame is the fact that we do have a level of support that has been held based upon the higher time frame, the daily time frame. And with that being the case, what we called is the fact that we saw price found some level of resistance up here. And with that being the case, we knew the fact that it had to at least get to about 38.2. And that's what I've been looking for as far as my entries to continue my way to my take profit to the upside. It's taking a little slower than I needed to. And I wouldn't be surprised. 38.2 is probably going to be the lowest that it'll go, being the fact that it's taking so long, and there was some level of support that was held over here. So I'll probably wait a little longer for this to push down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go to the 30-minute time frame to see, okay, like, does this did it really hit that point as of yet? It did, but still, I think it's going to push down a little further. Maybe not, because it literally just got there. This line right here is at that point. So we'll have to see how this is going to go. But I'd have to see a break of structure to the upside for me to feel comfortable to continue my way to the upside. if that makes sense. Being the fact that like there's still a lot of space that it can push down, for me to feel comfortable to continue my way to the upside, because I'm looking for this to, like I said, continue to my daily, which is at least here, but a little further up. And being the fact that these candles on the H4 time frame have not really closed on the 38.2, I think there's a little bit more space for this to push down, and then from there continue its way to the upside. But we'll have to see as time continues. But like I said, being the fact that this is not really pushing as fast as I need to the downside, I think it may take a little longer in time. So again, fxpronow.com. Go ahead and check us out. Follow our 5-step system to become an FX Pro Now. So let's go ahead and go to AUDUSD. Okay. And by the way, my name on TradingView.com, you can be able to follow me, is fxpronow.com as well.
All right, so what we're looking at right now is,
let's go ahead and pause that. All right. So let's go ahead and do this one now. Oh, this is perfect. All right. Right now, what we're looking at is AUDUSD, and welcome to fxpronow.com. And what we see here, based upon the daily chart, I thought this was pretty interesting. No, I'm looking at something different. So we have seen, there's a lot of stuff on here. Let's go ahead and clear this out. So what we have seen is the fact that when it comes to this area, this literally has been following exactly what I've been saying. We saw the fact that this was going to push to the downside, but what I found pretty interesting is, yeah, it actually is this chart right here. Look at the daily chart, how it doesn't really, man, there's a lot going on. I'm going to go ahead and take off all this stuff over here so that we can be able to see the charts clearer. Okay. So what we see here is the fact that this area right here on the H4 time frame, you can be able to see clearly, right? But when it comes to the daily time frame, you know, it doesn't really show. So that's why I'm thinking like this area right here is nothing. And the move that we're really looking for is literally, man, there's a lot of stuff. The move that we're actually really looking for is from down here to up here, not just from this area to that area. And this is what I mean. So this may retrace further than I expected, which is okay, right? Which is okay. So we see that this 50% area is literally in confluence with this daily. Let's go ahead and see the last push, how far this one retraced. I'm not going to do it to there. I'm just going to do it to the body. Yeah, this one got to right about 61.8 as far as wicks. Body is, you know, 50%. Either way, what I'm looking for this to do is point A, point B right here. All right. Point A, point B, point C, 50%. Right, 61.8. I'm looking for price to get in this region right here. So I'm going to take this green box. I'm going to put it over here. Right, so I'm looking for price to go in this region right here, right? And with that being the case, what I'm looking for, sorry, I got a lot. I'm just now seeing your messages, guys. I'm sorry. So what I'm looking for price to, if you wrote a question, guys, I'm sorry if I'm just now getting it. Go ahead and write it again so I can be able to see which ones are necessary. So being the fact that I think this is based on the daily time frame, this move, I'm going to be looking for my engulfing candles based upon the H1 time frame, more than the M30, because we may need a little bit more time when it comes to this, to really show a true engulfing. So this line right here is 38.2. So it has not made a full bullish engulfing pattern. These two lines right here are the 50% and the daily key level. And this line right here is 61.8. Okay. So again, this is where I'm looking for price to find some type of bullish engulfing pattern. I wouldn't be surprised during London. This is when it's going to form this. But London, late London. So probably New York is when it's really going to start the actual move itself. So in between this region right here is where I'm going to be looking for the bullish engulfing pattern to continue my way to the upside. So any like in between the 0.719, 0.716 area is where I'm going to be looking for a bullish engulfing. Hopefully you guys know what bullish engulfing means. If you don't, all it is there's a larger bullish candle than a bearish candle somewhere in here that's not a doji. Okay. That's all it is. And what that means is the fact that there's just more there's more buyers in the market than sellers. That's all it means, right? And then I'm going to be looking for price to continue to the upside to about the 0.734 region. So about a 200 pip move. It's not bad. All right. So this is going to take some time. And yeah. So we're going to have to wait a little bit for this one. All right. Yeah. Probably the 50%. Wouldn't be surprised. All right. So now let's go ahead. So again, that's fxpronow.com. Let's go ahead and what I would suggest, go ahead and actually check out our 5-step system to become an FX Pro now. All right. So now what we're going to talk about is like what I've really wanted to get into, which is UJ. Okay. UJ. And again, this is where you can be able to actually find me on TradingView.com. Just go right here, go to people, and then type in FX Pro now and actually follow me. And you're going to be able to actually see everything that I've been able to do. Some of my posts actually got banned. I'm not supposed to put my website on there. I did not know that. So if you're seeing some of my stuff is not showing up, it's no problem. I've had my punishment already, so so I've learned the rules. So let's go ahead and go to UJ. All right, and then after that we'll go into GJ, and we'll take a look at gold. All right, so what I was looking for was the continuation to the downside. All right, being the fact that okay, let me do the entire here. Let me actually do this. All right, what's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? My name is Philip Anglade. Welcome to fxpronow.com. What we're looking at right now is USDJPY. When it comes to USDJPY, I'm going to go ahead and do the full analysis so you can be able to see literally everything of how I came up with the continuation of the downside move, right? Even though I did see this, the fact that price did not fully get to, and I'm going to show you 38.2. Okay, I knew better than that. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. So we see the fact that there is a strong level of resistance when it comes to this area right here, when it comes to about 114 area. Strong level of resistance. Price, can you send a graph to you though? TradingView, Telegram. Yeah, go ahead and send it to me through a Telegram. So price cannot pass this 114 area. We called this out. Beautiful, 900 pip move. Now, when it comes to this area right here, it was moving so slowly. And in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, it's just gonna stop at 38.2, most likely. It's not going to continue past that point because it's moving so slow. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the H4 time frame so you can be able to see the details of what I'm talking about. So as far as this retrace right here, this push to the downside is very, very strong, right? The same push to the downside as we can see. We would have to go on the daily. Let's go ahead and go to the daily. Just like this, you see how this pushes out to the downside after the rejection of the resistance. As you can see, the same thing, right? So, maybe that's this. I don't know. I was thinking it's going to be the same thing right here. So that's why I was very, 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 very bearish when it came to this, right? Now, what I was looking for based upon this H4, it's actually on the H1, but we saw the fact that there was some level of resistance that was not being passed. We saw a continuation in the downside, or the beginning of a downside move, and then a break of structure, right? Based upon the H1 time frame, I'm guessing it wasn't as much as we needed it to be. Maybe this was just a retrace. I'm guessing that's what it was, because we do see the fact that price continued. What my analysis was I was looking for price to go from point A, point B, get to around 38.2, 50%, 61.8, and then continuation to the downside. Once I saw the fact that these bullish candles just kept on going, especially when this one closed right here, that's when I was like, okay, I'm just going to call it gone. I'm not going to get any type of emotions on or anything like that. I'm good. Here's another thing as well. There's a lot of people that we look up to when it comes to the trading world and stuff like that. And we think that all of their trades hit take profit. They're 100%. If anybody says that they're 100%, I promise you should stop following them immediately. Because if they can't even show you their losses, then there's probably some other things that they're not showing you as well. Here's the thing, guys. Like, when it comes to trading, we're all going to lose some trades. It's okay, right? You got to be cool enough to be able to go ahead and lose a trade and be okay with it. As long as you use the proper risk management, you should be fine. So I close out my trade and we're good, right? Now, what my rule is if I do not get a trade correct, right? And if I obviously don't know the direction of the actual of the market itself, what I personally do, I don't look at that specific chart for at least 2 days. What does that allow me to do? Well, that allows me to be able to let the market do what it's doing. And then in 2 days, hopefully the market has moved enough and given me a clear indication of the actual structure of the market, where it's truly going, as opposed to me guessing when I obviously didn't know it in the beginning, if that makes sense. So what I see here is the fact that this is a continuation of something. It could be just a continuation of a retrace. Now what I see based upon this daily time frame is finally we actually have a candle close. Let me go ahead and I guess there's a lot of things going on my computer or something because I'm kind of slow. So we actually have a candle close at 38.2. We're gonna have to see how this particular candle closes, right? And see if it will be a continuation to the downside or what. I don't know. We're gonna have to see as time continues. All I know is if price does continue, that's okay. I just know that this level of resistance is very, very strong either way at 114. So that's my analysis on UJ. If you want to be able to really go in depth, we have a 5-step system when it comes to the fxpronow.com. Go ahead and check it out, and stay connected with us. All right, so that's UJ. Now, go figure. The same type of analysis was based upon GJ, right? Now, when it comes to all of these pairs, I literally called the retracement on all of these. It's just that Either some of them are going kind of slow, or some of them are just going further than I expected, which is okay. I'm just gonna have to wait a little bit, I guess. All right, so this is GJ, and before we go into GJ, we have a couple new people on here. What I really want you guys to do is I want you guys to check out what we have here. Remember when I was speaking about this 5-step system? I'm making some adjustments on the site, and what I really want people to do is be able to, stay connected with me. Um, like I've done trainings all over the world, spoken to over 700 students when it comes to this world of Forex. And I really believe through the system that I have here, you can become an FX Pro now. So this is our 5-step system. Number one, stay connected through email. I send out I send out emails anytime I'm doing something or any type of promotions going on or anything like that. Also, we have a Telegram group that you can be able to actually get into. Um, Once you click onto here, there's actually 2 Telegram groups. Just make sure that you're in both. You can be able to see it when you actually click info on the first Telegram group that you add into. The third step is I want you to hear stories from You Are the Indicator students that have actually taken my course. Now, why do I want you to hear other people's stories? Well, I don't want you to hear just from myself, what people are doing, or like what I could be able to do for somebody. I want you to hear straight out of the mouths of students that have actually taken our courses themselves. All right, step number 4 is to go ahead and actually get into our YouTube. Right, when it comes to our YouTube, it's completely for free, and believe me, I'm in the process of revamping the entire YouTube, where you're gonna be able to actually learn the basics for free. Anybody that knows nothing from nothing about Forex, they're gonna be able to actually click on here, go to our YouTube, subscribe, and be able to learn Forex from scratch, not knowing anything. And then from there, go ahead and actually get to step number 5 and buy the You Are the Indicator course. We actually have an actual course that you can be able to actually learn from. I want you to hear my story. Go ahead and watch this real quick. Listen to my story. See where I come from. The fact that it's not like he's X, Y, and Z, and that's why he's X, Y, and Z. No, I literally didn't know anything from anything not too long ago, and I learned the same way that you can be able to learn. And I'm just following the principles, and I think you can be able to do the same. All right. And there's some more in here and stuff like that, but let's go ahead and actually see what is available when it comes to the actual course. There's 2 different courses. There's an online course that you can be able to get access to, and there is an in-person course. The next in-person course is going to be the end of March. The 28th, it's a 4-day course, and you can be able to read up on that over here. But what we're going to talk about right now is the online course. And understand, like, the only thing that I focus on are stories. I want you to listen to everybody's stories, and find one person that relates with you, and just keep that in mind. And with that being the case, literally right now, the course is supposed to be $9.97 for the actual course itself. But we actually having a promotion where we're having it half off until midnight, just this midnight, right? And what you're going to be able to get access to, there's a whole bunch that's included, from things where I talk about mindset. I talk about what type of trader that you can be able to become. I talk about literally where do I start marking on my charts. You saw those red lines, those daily key levels, those monthly key levels and stuff like that. How do I draw those? How do I know where to put these? Well, believe me, guys, I promise you, I'm breaking this down for you. These videos, you see how it says 54 minutes? It was way longer than 54 minutes for this video. You see how it says 17 minutes? It was way longer than that. 12 minutes is way longer than that. Think about, for every minute that you see here, there's 4 minutes that you don't. Because what I'm doing is I'm actually I've gone ahead and edited it so well where you don't even hear a in these videos, right? And this is just the first version of this. Believe me, this is just the beginning. So where should I start marking on my charts? What do I do next? To stuff where I'm talking about where exactly do I enter, to the T, where exactly do I enter? And what I tell everybody that gets into the course, finish this as quickly as you can and then watch it again. All right. Because the thing is, you got to go all the way to the end. Literally, the end is the most important part, but you need every single puzzle piece. All right. And what I really love about this is the fact that this is a lifetime access. You're not going to have to keep on paying anything or anything like that. You pay it one time and you got it. You're done. And then you get access to our Facebook group, our private Facebook group. Telegram group where I think it's a lot of fun in there. So you'll be able to see. You're also going to get access to FX on the Breach, which is a cruise that we have every single year that you'll be able to get access to. And for every course that is purchased, you'll be able to actually donate a course to somebody else in need as well, which is really, really cool. And again, go ahead and check out some stories. We have a whole bunch that you could be able to choose from. We have engineers, we have bankers, we have boxers. We have my fiance. Go ahead and check out her story. Believe me, and I wasn't soft on her. I was I was like, listen, you're gonna learn this, okay? So we have a whole bunch of stories. I want you to check them out. Let's go ahead and go to GBPJPY. All right, so thank you very much, Brandon. Believe me. All right, what's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? This is fxpronow.com, and what we're looking at right now is GBPJPY. What we called a little while ago is the fact that we thought, okay, I think GBPJPY is done, and I still think it's done when it comes to this retrace. But we may see a continuation. I don't know as of yet. We're gonna have to see on the lower time frames, but still kind of on the higher time frames as well. When it comes to this daily time frame, we see a downtrend, a clear downtrend, right? GBPJPY is notorious for having large retraces that take a long time. And when you're on the right side of GBPJPY, you're doing well. When you're on the wrong side, GBPJPY, it can get kind of nerve wracking. So we found a level of resistance right here that was found, continuation to the downside. Now, here's the thing. What I find kind of interesting is I'm still kind of fixed on this wick right here. What is this? This wick alone, just on GBPJPY, 137. This wick alone is 500 pips. What is this thing? Somebody tell me. Is the market, switching? I don't know. We're gonna have to see over time. This may take a while. If it does decide to do 100% retracement, that would suck because my analysis is on the downtrend, and I'm not going to go against trend if my analysis is on the downtrend. So let's go ahead and see something real quick. So we see point A, point B. We see prices at 61.8. And on the lower time frames, I'm going to show you your broke structure on the lower time frames, clear broker structure on the lower time frames. We also see that it's in confluence with this 144.1 daily key level. And what we see here based upon the H4 time frame, how you doing, Shirley? What we see here on the H4 time frame, we saw the fact that it broke structure, clear, and well, not on the H4 time frame technically, but on the 1 hour time frame, it definitely broke structure, right? Definitely broke structure. We have a higher high, higher low, lower high, broken structure, retest that area, continuation. So now what I decided to do is pull out my fibs and bro, I hate when that happens. Anyways, I'm going to continue. Now what we see here is based upon from point A to point B right here, right? We see price got to 78.6, right? Being the fact that price got to 78.6 right here, I do see a continuation to the downside. How you doing, Don? We see the bearish engulfing pattern clear, and I think it's a continuation of the downside. And the only reason why I'm saying I think is because, and this may not be good that I'm planting this in my mind, but when it came to UJ, I do see it kind of continuing to the upside a little bit. So when it comes to the entry right now, I really don't see a problem with it to the continuation to the downside, mostly because if we're wrong, it won't really affect us that much because we'll know if we're wrong if we see that it breaks this area right here, this 100% area. Because if it breaks this area, then it will continue to the upside. And it's not like we're that far away from it. We are far when it comes to GBP standards, but if you go on low enough of an entry area, shouldn't affect you that much. But I guess we'll have to see. GBPJPY. Anyways, my analysis is still 140.777. I've had this call for a little bit, and I guess we'll have to see over time. I do want to see this level of support being broken. A bearish candle close to engulf this area, and I'll probably feel a little bit more comfortable to continue this way to the downside. Waiting a little bit, we're at 142. Waiting for it to go another 30 pips down. I'll rather that than to not, than to enter and then we're wrong, if that makes sense. So I'll wait for this to continue down. If anything, I'll go ahead and actually put a alert right here. And once that alert goes off, I'll make a decision then. I just want to see a bearish engulfing pattern form there. All right, guys. So that's I guess we can go to gold. Kind of monitor it. I'm not entering into gold. I'm not even going to look at it. I want to look at it, actually. Let's go ahead and look at gold real quick. Yeah, I think so too, Shirley. Check this out. Continuation. Man, this is wild, bro. So for a lot of you guys are new onto our channel. I called gold to be a buy, like a serious buy back in August. And boy, was I right. And boy, am I mad the fact that I only caught like 10% of this move. I caught this move right here when it started pushing down. I literally was hardly even trading through this entire move and I didn't even see it. I was moving and a whole bunch of stuff, and then I saw it keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. I'm like, oh crap. So yeah. All right, guys. So I appreciate you guys, signing on with me. Always showing love. Once you guys see my face, how you guys doing? So again, I appreciate you guys always showing love. Here's the thing. What month are we in? We're February. What day? I think like the 5th, 4th. So it's February 4th. Every single month, what I do is at the end of the month, I give away 5 one-on-ones, people, that can be able to work with me. And what I actually do is I give it to people that comment on the most videos. So yes, you guys are writing in this chat, but it doesn't count as a comment. So once I actually complete this video, and it may load up right away, it may not, go ahead and leave a comment. I want to know what your thoughts are. I want to know what you learned. I want to know, if you have any questions or anything like that, leave a comment. So the person that leaves the most comments this month, right, will go ahead and actually win